So these days when we're hitting our pitching wedges further and further and further, it actually becomes a bit more difficult when you're coming in closer to the green and you're in that sort of 100 metres and in position. And years ago, a full swing on a pitching wedge would sort of go less than 100 metres. Now it can go up to 120, 130, depending how far you hit the ball. Obviously that's probably not the case for most people, but even so, what we're finding now is from 100 in, you're having to make your pitching wedge do a whole lot more than it used to. So what I'm suggesting is a really simple, easy way is to get to know how far you hit your pitching wedges and also how to manipulate your pitching wedge and in an easy, simple way to cover those different distances from 100 metres in. So this is my simple method. You're going to do a half swing, a three-quarter swing and a full swing, and you're going to measure how far they go, and you're just going to use your pitching wedge. So this is just my 48-degree pitching wedge. We're going to do a half swing. Now a half swing is left arm about parallel to the ground. A three-quarter swing is a little bit further, and then a full swing is a little bit further again. So you could see there that there wasn't a lot of difference between those three, and it is a little bit subtle, but the further you hit the ball, the bigger distance between those three that you'll get. So for a lady golfer, an average lady golfer, you might get 50, 60 and 70 out of those three. For a male golfer who hits the ball a really long way, you might get 80, 100 and 120 out of those three, half, three-quarter and full, if you know what I mean. So what you want to do is you want to go out to the range or somewhere where you can test your distance, you can see what the distances are, and you're going to hit a shot using a half swing. You've got to then see how far that goes. You might need to hit a few of those. You might need to hit 10 and see where the average goes using your half swing. Try and keep the half distance about the same back as through. So you'll do that about 10 times and you'll measure the distance on that and you'll write that down. Then you'll do the same with a three-quarter swing. See how far that one goes. And then obviously you'll do the same on a full swing. Now a full swing on a pitching wedge is not the same as a full swing on a driver. You want to keep it fairly smooth. When there's so much loft on the club here, very easy to miss hit. So we don't want to go flat out on a pitching wedge or any lofted club like any of your wedges really. So full swing is still not that much bigger than the three-quarter. So again, whatever length backswing is going to be the same as your through swing. So what you'll do then is you'll write those three distances down, and then you'll do the same with your sand wedge. You might do the same with your gap wedge, and you'll end up with a series of distances that you can cover when you're in that difficult area between 100 metres and into the green. Now, less than a full swing, you're going to judge your distance more on landing area. So people say, okay, well, what do I do if it's only a little tiny one, you know, less than say 50 metres? Then you're really looking more at where am I landing this ball on the edge of the green or a little bit further up. That's more how you judge those distances. So this half, three-quarter and full is more for those distances as you get a little bit further out. So further out than say 30, 40 metres, but around, up to that 100, 120, sort of depending how far you hit the ball. Okay, hopefully that's a really simple, easy way for you to start judging those awkward distances between 100 metres and the green.